the 4% temperature increases, then 40% of the wealth will decline. Even the cold countries, Canada, Russia, North Europe, climate change, they may benefit, but because the world economy will decline, so therefore their economy will also. Friends, today we have some interesting and shocking news, and also the comments of Supreme Court and the follow-up there about poverty and hunger. This news we had only in Hindi Hindustan. I don't know what English newspapers were doing. It was published in Environmental Research Letters. What does it say? Ki when the 4% temperature increases, then 40% of the wealth will decline. Four times than what it was expected previously. And even the cold countries, Canada, Russia, North Europe, climate change, they may benefit, but because the world economy will decline, so therefore their economy will also. And how it will affect on agricultural products, on industries, on energy sector, on health sector, on insurance and trade. What is left out? And why national media has not covered it? Then you have a, a report from, if this was published in Indian Express today, by Shamika Ravi. She is a member of economic committee, advisory committee of the PM. And how we are befooled. I have told previously also statistics. We have gone through in our school days comparative degrees and superlative degrees with respect to lies. It is liar, damn liar, statistics. Statistics is the superlative degree. How? This lady, based on, she has a very strong academic background from LSR and then D school and then from US, done her PhD. All her CV is available on the Google. Uh, and she has taken the household consumption expenditure survey 211-12 and 23-24. I just do not understand how they calculate how household expenditure, whether the free meals they are included there, or whether 81 crore people who are fed by the state, whether that is also included in the household expenditure or not, they have never made it clear. But what is shocking is that everywhere you are talking about poverty rates across Hindus and Muslims. Overall, it is 3.9%. Muslims are better than Hindus. In 21, 11, 12, it was almost similar. But here, the difference is significant. If Muslims are better, why they need special treatment? Then overall, 3.9% in poverty rates, and then across all social groups, it is again 3.9. In rural also, in urban also. I don't know how they play with the statistics. The poverty rate is just 3.9%. Then why are we worried about? We are worried about because yesterday only Supreme Court said something and it's covered in two newspapers today. One is in Times of India, other one is in Hindu. And similar things are there. What does it say? The Supreme Court on Wednesday, that means yesterday, remarked that ensuring hygiene, education, and healthcare was the most important path towards a robust rural India. That should have been India as a whole, because in urban areas also, either the people are getting obese or they are getting stunted everywhere. But Justice Kant said Though laudable may not be what rural areas need the most, if you want to improve rural India, hygiene, education, and health, the judges said the state usually quote financial constraints as a reason for not spending more to improve hygiene, education, and health in rural areas. The court said at least 10 to 15% of the state budget. Delhi government was the only government till recently government that was spending almost double of that, and no other government has done it. They said priorities differed. While the petitioners believed public libraries were the petition was there for having public libraries in all the villages, but the comment was with respect to all the development. The court agreed that libraries did need to reach out small children, providing them with perspectives on subjects like history, culture, constitutional values, rights, etc. Libraries also reach out to the people, but equally important is the means to provide them adequate health care, hygiene, and education. Well, I differ with the Supreme Court because only when you have hygiene and education, then only the libraries will be important. Otherwise, I don't think. If people are struggling to get food, education, and health care, what is the use of library? This is what I'm telling. The bench then disposed of this. Another thing the bench said that it is a matter of the state. You cannot compel the center. But the question is how many states are governed by the political party that is there in the center? Majority of them. So the onus lies on the center as well. In बीजेपी मोदी के कहे बिना पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता. So the center can compel the states if they want, if the center wants. And why they are not doing? Because that has never been an election issue. Then one interesting report has been there. Justice from down to earth. One in three food giants silent on the fertilizers is find new reports. A report is there that studied 45 major food companies, examining 5,000 filings, and they have a combined revenue of $2.6 trillion between 2018 and 23. And all these companies, I've been telling you that food industry is a major factor in deteriorating health of the country, particularly children. But there will be no shortcut for them. They are the major funders to political parties. Again, that is not a political issue. Then the politics of caste, food, and children. Again, another report is there. Global Hunger Index, a report published in Concern Worldwide and the Wealth Human in 2024 said alarming situation of food insecurity and malnutrition in India. As per the report, India has been placed under the serious category, being ranked 105 out of total 127 with a score of 27.3, eh, alongside Pakistan and Afghanistan. And position is below the neighboring countries Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Myanmar that fall under moderate category. Whether the ministry that has to highlight whatever they want to project, or whether a neutral agency that takes care of all the statistics, who of the two you think is correct? And then Mexico has taken a step. I have been always telling you that the best food is the one cooked by your mother. All that junk food that is there, government in India, they can't even imagine. Mexico has taken a lead. Great job. India will never do it. At least we can tell our children, we can advise our children to avoid this, particularly those who are staying away from home. And then, last, hmm? Now the question is, when we already know that the obesity is on the rise in the country, stunting is on the rise in the country, what is the way out? I've been telling you that three major industries are there that are responsible for spoiling the health of country. One of them is this food industry. One is transport industry, and most importantly, drugs and pharmaceutical industry. I told you previously also that if drugs and pharmaceutical industry, if they write all the warnings which are associated with a medicine, a doctor will never recommend for the patient, even the patient won't take it. The fact is, no sincere effort has been made, and there has to be an integrated effort, not only for health, education, employment, plus nutrition also. Simple solutions can be there. Like the people who are getting obese in the metros, I've already suggested. In public schools, you have half the people who are overweight. Obesity is increasing even amongst the women. In all the schools, colleges, universities, in government offices, even in private offices, half an hour lunch time must be additional given to the teachers, students, employees, everybody for them to walk alone or to play games which they can without spending money, like Coco is there, like rope jumping is there, and number of things can be there. And within 2 years, there will be an increase of GDP of 1 to 2%. Health will definitely improve. And obviously, all the schools, they must be wound about in the text, in the primary school, right from the primary school, the harmful effects must be given. I have already recorded in my book, Tribal Education and Health, but that covers the whole of the country with particular reference to tribals. If I can make an attempt, you can make an attempt. We can together force the government to take initiative. If Mexico can do, why can't we? Please think. Thank you.